I have my bucket set up with the water that I'm going to wash the paper down with. And I put this in a place out of the way a little bit so that I'm not kicking the bucket. Private joke. Okay, we're ready to go now by submerging the piece of paper. Now, why this is pre-pasted paper is because it has glues on the back called glutenin, and it starts to swell and it takes hold once you soak it in the water. So we're going to soak it in the water here. And this particular paper, the manufacturer says to soak it for 30 seconds. Now, this is a very good time to mention to you, if you soak this for 30 seconds and the phone rings and you leave and you go answer the phone, even if it's only for 4 or 5 minutes, when you come back, that piece of paper that's been sitting in there 4 or 5 minutes, 10 times the amount of time that the manufacturer recommends to have it sitting there, is probably going to have less strength to the paste because much of the paste is starting to wash off now because you've let it submerge. So now we've let it submerge for a reasonable amount of time, 30 seconds or maybe even a little bit longer, and we start to pull it out. Now when we pull it out slowly, making sure that water is present on all the surface. Now you can see when it's not present, and when it's not present you see a dry spot. You just simply take it back down again and resubmerge it. But you pull it out slowly like such, okay? Let it go back if you see a few dry spots. They're very easy to recognize. They'll be just very white and the rest will be very shiny. Okay, this looks just fine. Now, because it's wet and the length is long, we take it over the table, and this is why I have a plastic down, because it is a wet process. We move it back, we let it slide down, open it up a little bit more, and we do what we call booking it. Booking it means that we're taking a wet end against a wet end, pressing them together so that the glue takes hold onto the paper properly. Now, we've got that booked that way, so we start to pull out the rest of it. Very slowly, we take it slow. We're looking to make sure that it's all glossy. The surface is all glossy. Now we put it back down again. We take it from the bottom. If you would feel this right now, you would know that it's very well pasted. It has quite a bit of glue that you can feel. So we take this, we book the bottom part, we book it over like this, and then we let it sit this way. For the manufacturer on this particular paper says let it sit for 3 or 4 minutes. So we'll let it sit for 3 or 4 minutes.